Hey guys, I'm so sorry about that. My I don't know what it was with my recording cut off. I'm not sure if I meant to press pause and hit stop, but I'm gonna continue. I don't have very many left to go, just these last three. So these are the books that I purchased for myself. I did show y'all The Haunting of the Ashburn House and then Through the Midnight Door. And then there's also The Drowning House, the award-winning author Sherry Priest. So these are all going to be more of the thriller, kind of mysterious, suspenseful fall books to check out. So those are really cool. These last three that I purchased for myself because I love comedy, I love humor, I do love mystery and love story and romance, and I like very, positive, optimistic books having to do with changing your path or, changing your lifestyle. If something's not working, to stop what you're doing and completely do the opposite. And so that happened in my own life long, long ago, where everything in my life was unraveling and not how I wanted. And I was very lost. I was very sad and lonely. And I longed for love, and I longed for a lot of things in my life that were not working out at that time. And so what I had did many, many moons ago, I was a single mom, and I decided to just, remove myself from the house that I was in, sell my house, leave my job, get a completely different job or line of work, and let go of bad relationships that were unhealthy for me. And so ever since I did that, my life went completely positive. As I was saying before the film cut off, it was almost as if the grass was greener on the other side. If I was traveling uphill before, all of a sudden everything was completely smooth, paved way for me. So after that, everything in my life did work out. And I love to read books about changes such as that, where you're overcoming obstacles left and right, like one after the other. And no matter what you're doing, everything negative is coming towards your path, and there's nothing you can do but deal with it or battle it. And so I really love these books because I find that these have a lot of inspiration and a lot of change, and they inspire you to think outside the box. So this first one is called The Silver Ladies of Penny Lane, and this is by Dee MacDonald. And let's see what this one's about. Tessa and Orla have been friends throughout most of their adult lives, so when life gave them lemons and their loved ones let them down, they pulled their resources and bought a dressmaker's shop at the corner of Penny Lane, and they've been doing just fine ever since. But one day, while studying her tired eyes and shapeless figure in the mirror, 62-year-old Tess realized that she doesn't want her life to be just fine anymore. She wants it to be extraordinary. For as long as she can remember, she put everyone else first. Now she wants to rediscover herself and experience the kind of whirlwind adventure that will have the power to make her smile when she's confined to the armchair of a retirement home. With the encouragement of fun-loving and quirky Orla, Tess joins an over-the-hill dating agency, and the two friends book a singles cruise around the Mediterranean. And that's when their adventure of a lifestyle really begins. I think that's so fun to know that life is continuously ever-changing, that even once you think you have it figured out, it's always going to change on you, and that there's always a next chapter. No matter how down life gets sometimes, you can always pick yourself back up. So I'm really looking forward to this book right here. This next one is by Sharon M. Peterson, The Do-Over. He's running from his past and she's heading towards the future. And look how cute that art is. And this says it's a totally laugh out loud, feel good romantic comedy. Do y'all feel like y'all are at the library looking for books? I hope y'all get that vibe when y'all are with me. Look, you're a nice girl, but I don't think we should see each other anymore. The voicemail ends and I freeze at the dentist chair as I realize I've just been dumped on a live radio. It took the most humiliating breakup for me to see that my life is in serious need of a do-over. Cue my anti-New Year's resolution that even I can't fail. Number 1, stop dating. Number 2, stop trying to lose weight. Number 3, stop working so hard. Number 4, stop trying to live up to unrealistic expectations. And number 5, stop trying to please my mother. In these New Year's resolutions that they provided, these are so common, right? I definitely have done that. No, stop dating, the stop dating one, stop working so hard. You know, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we put so much pressure on ourselves, and we really do have to stop and just learn to live. Sometimes you just got to live to live, and stop all these, you know, bullet points, making lists, trying to accomplish all these checklist items off your list, because life is not like that all the time where you can just, you know, set goals and achieve and conquer. Sometimes you really do have to give yourself breaks, because if not, you're going to burn yourself out. So it says, but it turned out number 5 is harder than I thought. As she begins her campaign to get me back, when she's referring to her mom, she's referring to her mom getting her back with her ex. So that's the perfect. So what's the perfect solution to keep her out of my life or love life? An imaginary boyfriend. At least he was supposed to be imaginary until I blurted out my neighbor's name. Nate, the bad boy next door with gorgeous hazel eyes, a razor-sharp jawline, and a mysterious scar. Might be hot, but he's definitely not my boyfriend. Now all I need to do is stick to my resolutions while also keeping my interfering family away from my non-existent lover who has no idea that we're fake dating. What could possibly go wrong? That sounds really funny. It sounds really funny, but at the same time it sounds serious, like this is someone's life. So this last one that I got, the Paris novel, it has so many raving reviews. An enchanting, irresistible feast, as with a perfect meal in the world's most magical city. I never wanted this sublime novel to end. This is a New York Best Time seller, and the author is Ruth Rachel. And of course, the back of the book has really, really good reviews. A Paris novel is a movable feast from France in the 1980s. Yeah, so. Excuse me, guys. When her estranged mother dies, Stella is left with an unusual inheritance in a one-way plane ticket and a note reading "Go to Paris." Stella is hardly cut out for an adventure. A traumatic childhood has kept her confined to strict routines of her comfort zone. But when her boss encourages her to take time off, Stella resigns herself to honoring her mother's last wish. Alone in a foreign city, Stella falls into old habits, living cautiously and frugally. Then she stumbles across a vintage store where she tries on fabulous Dior dress. The shoekeeper insists that just this dress was meant for Stella, and for the first time in her life, Stella does something impulsive. She buys the dress and embarks on an adventure. Her first stop, the iconic Brasserie Le Deux Magus, where Stella tastes her first oysters and then meets an octogenarian art collector. I apologize for my pronunciation, guys. Who decided to take her under his wing as Jules introduces Stella to a veritable who's who of the Paris literary, art, and culinary worlds. She begins to understand what it might mean to live a larger life. As weeks and many decadent meals go by, Stella ends up living as a tumbleweed. At famed bookstore, Shakespeare and Company uncovers a 100-year-old mystery in a Manet painting and discovers a passion for food that may be connected to her past. A feast for the senses, this novel is a testament to living deliciously, taking chances, and finding your true home. Yeah, so that sounds really, really good. So these are the books again, and then I'm just going to move through the books that I got for my daughter. So these are all really good books that I'm hoping to read over time with her when she's done. But I hope y'all found something today that y'all can check out either at the library or the bookstore. I love to support bookstores. I don't want them to close. I don't want them to go out of business. So that's why we always buy our books versus the library. We do absolutely love the library still. That is never going to get old with us. But we love to collect books and have our own collections. We have bookshelves throughout the house. Our daughters have their own bookshelves. And so we really love to feed that, kind of that drive or hunger that they have for reading. And it's really good for your mind, especially me and my husband as we're aging, we're heading into our 40s, and we really, really love reading and what it does to your mind and what it does to your soul, because it's so good for you. And it's relaxing to the next level. It's so much better than, watching films and stuff like that. But there it is, you guys. So I just wanted to share this with y'all because this is something that I absolutely love and I'm passionate about, is reading and always, finding new things to read about, or, just seeing life differently, seeing other people's perspective of how they handle obstacles and issues. And so, yeah. So thank you guys so much. It's just a blessing to always share things with y'all and hear, of course, what y'all have to say. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And again, I'm so sorry that my film cut off yesterday. The video, it was just pulled off and I didn't intend for that to happen. But I'm happy that I got to share these with you guys. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.